Thank you so much for your flexibility today.
Ah, that's okay.
As you know, those things, whew, they happen. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay right now. I'm feeling better.
Good.
I'm overcoming all those thoughts and all those feelings that I had. I feel more relaxed.
Okay.
I'm gonna start to take an extra day off at
Oh,
work this week.
okay.
So that made everything more easy for me. I think that's all I need to do it.
Good.
Just get an extra day
Uh-huh.
already. I almost finished my verbatim for tomorrow.
Great. For some reason or other, I can't see you. I saw you for a flash and then you were gone.
What about now?
Now I see you.
Okay,
So you've
perfect.
already started on your verbatim for tomorrow. That's great. That's where you want to be ahead.
Yes, I already finished my all the interactions.
Excellent.
So I'm going in the last part. I think the hardest is doing the interaction, what he
Right.
said, what he feel, what I feel, what he felt. And was interesting, was really, really interesting because I got frozen so many times
Mm,
because the patient get too many traumas when he was young and he's kind of confused. He did not define himself as a woman or man. And he got me through his life and
wow.
I tried to help him. But and then ended it really, really good.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Your verbatims have been, your first one was absolutely wonderful. So you set the bar really, really high.
I think this is higher than the other one because
Yeah.
I mean, since since the beginning was, and I have to write down the stuff I remember, but was
Mhm.
interaction so high, so intense, and I have to make a line, because to help him
Right.
because it's too many things,
Okay.
and I have to choose the more important thing for him to start going to his health, mental
Okay.
health.
Hmm.
So, but
Okay.
yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so I'm I'm already online with my homework, which makes me feel so relaxed.
I can see
I
that.
I I, I think I got already the points about what you wanted and how you want me to send the job, and even the weekly reports also. I think I made a huge improvement in that,
Okay.
and to the difference to the last ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I feel great. Yeah, I feel great. I have
Good.
a couple of good experience in those days. Like yesterday, I have three really good interviews. I can do a verbatim from three of them, but I forgot a lot of things.
Right.
But this is, the hospital to doing a weekly reflection is not too hard
Because you
because,
have a lot of work.
man, I've been seeing minimum 8 patients per day.
Wow. That's a
Minimum.
lot.
Yeah, 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 it's a lot.
How do
And
you feel about that load? Is that okay? Is that a good balance for you?
it's a good because I already know how to choose my battles, you know. And I
Hmm.
find out there is people who is ignore you, I don't lose time with those
Okay.
patients. I check it off and I go to the next.
Okay.
And I spend time with the people who are open. They need help. They want help. Because if they want help, it's gonna be easy to help them. Even
Mm.
though even though we have some struggles
Hmm.
with them, but it's more easy to give it to them the counsel that they need it. But with
Right.
the people who ignore you, in the beginning I tried to get into their lives, but it's too hard, it's too much energy for no reason because they don't want the help.
Okay.
They
All
they
right.
don't want, they want to do their things in their own way. and I have to respect them.
Right. Yeah.
I respect them, even though I told them, if you change your mind and you want to speak with us, just let them know.
Okay. Good. It
Yeah,
seems
uh-huh.
it seems like you have staff connecting with you too,
Yes.
which is great, Alfredo. That's just great.
Yes, I'm been learning to trust in my knowledge first, and the support that can I have it for the patients. And I've been learning how to uh, get help from them, okay, how to refer my patient to them in some point. Like
Okay.
the verbatim, I asked him if he is willing to get a professional help. And he said, yes, I'm open to get that. So I follow the steps that you shared with us the last time. Say, okay, let me find out a couple of agencies, and I'm gonna give it to you the list, and you can choose which one you
Wow.
want to go. And I'm gonna be in touch with you and checking on you. If you call them and see how it's going. If you don't, I'm gonna encourage you to call them. So
Wow. You really leaned in with him.
yes, yes.
What
The
a
the,
gift.
the, the
What
traumas
a
he the
gift.
traumas he has it in the beginning. He was a struggle because he doesn't feel he he doesn't feel himself fit into one religion, and he started speaking to me struggles about that. Okay, then the I make a connection with him. The conversation start getting more deep. Okay, he came from Mexico, and his parent practice witchcraft and occultism,
Mm.
and introduced him when he has 10 years old
Oh wow.
to that. And
What
I
is that? What is that?
uh, the witchcraft,
Yeah, I know that's what I thought.
yes, is that. And their parents practice that and introduced him to that when he had 10 years old, and we get a little bit deep in that because from that point up, he feel like sometimes he feel like he's a woman, and sometimes he feel like he's a man because of that experience in witchcraft. He get a little confused. He do not know define himself as a woman or as a man. He explained me a little bit. Then I found out that he was abused when he was child by his older brother. He's sexually abused, and that's when the confusion start. And he introduced God in the conversations, who helped me a lot. Who
Yeah.
give it to me a relief. I
Hmm.
have something to hold and to guide him.
Yeah.
So as soon as he introduced God and tell me that he prayed to God and he thanked God because he made him a man and a woman. And I asked him, how do you feel about that? You know, what is your experience when you pray? How do you feel? I don't put too much attention in his feeling about women or men because I don't want to feel him like I'm a judge him.
Hmm.
So I try to get the conversation in a
Yeah.
neutral
Yeah.
way. And I ask him, how do you feel when you pray to God like that? And the conversation get another opening because I feel guilty. I don't feel safe. And I use those keywords.
Right.
What do you mean you don't feel safe?
Wow.
And I get into that area, and he explained me I don't feel safe because I feel my soul so dirty because my brother abused me. sexually. And I feel like God condemned me for that. And I got hit for that lie.
Hmm.
But and then I make a prayer for him. I ask him, do you want me to say a prayer for you? Say, yeah, please. And I ask him, what do you want me to pray for it? I'm learning, okay. I'm
Look
trying
at
to
you.
I'm trying to apply in everything.
Wow.
I learned from the last week. So I already
Wow.
played, say, okay, can you pray for this specific Mara? Say, okay, I'm gonna pray for that. And I'm praying for that. And even though he, at the end of the prayer, he say something that shocked me, because when I finish the prayer, he say, how do you feel about it? I say, you know what? I feel like I'm not a woman. I am a man. Okay, can you explain me
Mm-hmm.
why you say that? Say, I cannot explain you. I can tell you I feel that way.
Wow. Hmm.
Oh, thank you for that. Thanks God for that. I'm really happy for you, but you have to go to seek the professional. See, and even though in the conversation I have a lot of frozen times, I have to make a couple of pauses because of the way I feel. I say it's not good. I'm not. I'm not okay. I have to take a pause.
Good for you.
Make some breaths. Some
Yes.
exercise to clear my mind to get myself back.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, but when the conversation going through, I have to make another pause for him because he start crying. So I let him grieve
Wow.
his losses,
Mm-hmm.
and I give it to him time, and then I start the conversation again.
You modeled for him how to breathe his way through.
Exactly.
Wow. That's awesome. I really feel you coming right alongside him and being with him, meeting him right where he is.
It's interesting. I have a passion as the first unit, and this is my point because I am a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
My culture reject
Yeah.
those people so hard. Okay,
Yeah.
it is the according to our belief system, the religion teaches that it is the sin that God doesn't forget.
Oh, wow.
Being an homosexual in my
I didn't
culture,
know that.
because
Okay.
we are machos,
Got it. Okay.
and to deal with them. And the first unit, I feel like, oh my God, really? I have to deal with these guys? Say, okay, God, I'm here. I'm gonna be open. Just got me. And I have a lot of struggles, but today was so different. I understand him, you know. I have compassion for him, but also I have empathy with him about the life he going through when he was a kid.
Wow. Yeah.
See, and I don't feel any kind of judgment about his life, about his life, about the way he handled his life. It made me, even though it was intense, and sometimes I get freeze, I get confused. Sometimes I don't know what to say to him. I don't try to find what to say to him, really. I just try to be there for him. When I feel like I don't know what to say, I know that I'm being there for him, and was enough. And that made me feel comfortable. I don't have to have all the answers.
Hmm.
I don't need it.
What do
So
you mean you don't need it?
in the beginning, I think that I have to have all the answers for the questions they have,
Hmm.
because he has a question for me. Say, why my brother do this to me?
Hmm.
And I say, I don't have to have the answer.
Hmm.
Say, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like you. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Digo, for sure, God has the answer, but He's the only one who can tell you.
Hmm.
Say, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And I do not put pressure on me for that because the last times I put a lot of pressure on me. That I have to have the answer.
Right. Wow.
I don't put that pressure on me. I don't know. Maybe there is no explanation for that. Maybe it is. But the point is happy. What we're gonna do. We cannot change the past. But we can change our future.
Mhm.
So I feel more confident with him. More confident.
It shows in your whole countenance, your whole presence,
Mhm.
that you feel confident and comfortable.
Yeah, and was strange, because in the beginning I was kind of tired because is the lunchtime just passed and I don't eat it and I am hungry when I get a call from the nurse, the patient want a Bible.
Mm.
And I say, okay, I'm gonna deliver the Bible and I'm gonna go to take my lunch. I'm hungry. Yes, that was my whole point to go and deliver the Bible. But everything changed. And in the beginning, when he told me, because in the beginning I delivered the Bible, say, okay, is there is anything else I can do for you? Say, no, thank you. So when I step out the room, he yelled at me, hey, chaplain, can we talk for a while?
Mm.
And I say, oh, inside me, I say, yeah, of course. Inside of me, I feel different, but upside, I say, yeah, of course. I have time. I grab a chair. I'm sitting down, and he has to sit down because he was walking in the room.
Mm.
So with my example, I try to get, okay, I'm gonna sit him. Please sit him. Yeah, I'm sitting in the chair, and he grab another chair and sit in front of me. Okay, I'm here. Tell me. But my feelings were like, oh my God, I'm hungry. What I'm doing here? kind of frustration, but a little by little,
Hmm.
I have to get myself together and just be focused
Yeah,
on him.
that's great self-awareness.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, yeah. The conversation was really, really, really good.
I love that you pulled up a chair and you used your authority to create that safe space. And clearly, it was a safe space for him by his vulnerability and transparency.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, because I'm seeing in the beginning the struggle that he has it to say the things that he really want to say. Because I feel like he was around in the beginning. He say a lot of things, and I feel like he's around doing the things. So I
Hmm.
have to guide the conversation little by little, step by step, until the point that he get confident in me. Because in the end, he told me, I never share with nobody.
Hmm.
All I share with you.
So it sounds like you're saying you assessed he had a need to develop trust for you.
Exactly.
And that's what you did. So your intervention was the space, your availability,
Mhm.
your slow questions. And do you think it worked?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it worked.
sounds like it.
Yeah, it worked because in the end, he told me, thanks for hearing me out. And you are the first person who I spoke about what happened in my life. And I say, thank you for the trust. Really appreciate it. And let's looking for professional
Yeah.
help.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
How are you feeling just sharing this and remembering it?
I feel so relaxed. I feel like I try to find out the word in English, satisfaction about him,
Hmm?
about, I feel like I'm being useful to him. See what I mean?
Yes.
This what I feel like, okay, I'm doing something right with him.
Yeah.
And I want to say I enjoy the moment. I share myself, good job, Alfredo. You're doing great.
Good. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, wow. Let's have a good food.
No more Bibles to deliver.
No, no,
Straight to
no, no.
lunch.
Yeah. Go to the lunch, enjoy your lunch, and enjoying thinking about
Good
everything.
self-care. Good self-care.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
I've been working a lot in the self-care because of the moments I live it. And I try to see exactly what things really work for me. Because I've been doing things that I say, oh my God, no, doesn't help me. And I just put away and get a new one, something that I really enjoy, that I really relax. So I'm being going deep in the self-care.
What a wonderful sacred space you created with him and you're creating for you. You're making room
See?
for God.
Yes. Yes, I feel in that way. Thanks for tell me because to confirm that with me because I feel in that way. I feel like I just been there like a vessel, for God.
Yeah, I don't have to have the answers. I'm here with God. I'm just making room for God, no matter what
Exactly.
they may call it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I finish the pray, you tell me I feel something. Yeah, like a God give it to him an identity. That's why he say, I am a man. I feel that way. I feel like I don't say nothing because I don't want to be called by ethical by the ethical department.
Right.
But I feel great inside. I say, okay, you say it, not me.
If he had said, I feel like a woman, how would you have responded?
Well, if that brings you peace, this my
Yeah.
I am a chaplain. If he
You
has
would
me
have
as a if
been
he
the
has me
same
as
way.
if he has me as a pastor, it's another story. But I am a chaplain right there. That I have to know my boundaries.
Yeah.
I have to know, right here I'm a chaplain. You go to my church and you ask me, it's another story.
It's another story.
Totally
I love
different.
that that's another one of your outcomes, those boundaries. You set that boundary.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes, I've been learning
Wow.
that. I've been learning that with Juan because
Yeah.
with Juan in my second unit, I'm been dealing with that feeling. I'm like in the beginning, remember?
Uh-huh.
All my thing was as a pastor, as a church. I'm right. one of the girls told me, "You sounds like a church, like a pastor."
Yeah.
And I hear myself say, "Yeah, I'm minister. I give it to him a message, and I have to change that." And that's the good things
Yeah.
about the feedbacks that we have it,
Mm-hmm.
because they make us realize, where you are, who you are. I'm not a pastor right here. So in the beginning, every time when I go into one room and say, "Okay, Alfredo, you are a chaplain, not a pastor.
Mm.
She or he is your patient, not your sheep.
Hmm.
So now go." So with that awareness about myself, I feel more free in the rooms, knowing who exactly am I and what is the work the chaplain has to do.
Yeah.
And the
That's
work has
beautiful.
and the work has to be done as a chaplain, not as a
Mm-hmm.
pastor. And this is strange because something that nobody can imitate, even though you act as a chaplain, is your spirit. The Holy Spirit, if you believe that is in you, nobody can imitate.
Hmm.
You can have compassion, and they're gonna see something different. They're gonna see something really, really different.
Hmm.
Even though you accept them as they are, you are giving to them compassion and
Wow.
grace. And
Yeah.
grace.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, and grace. Because that's what we receive, grace.
I'm feeling the love. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And I'm not even there. That's pretty awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
No,
That is just awesome.
thank you for having the meeting with me, because that helped me confirm, affirm my calling.
Right. I love that image for you, that you're making room for God. And you're not trying to carry the load. You're not the rescuer or the
No,
fixer
the persecuted.
or the persecutor. But you clearly were journeying with.
Yeah,
Bravo,
I
bravo.
I want to
Excellent.
be the coach
Coach
or the creator
or
or
the
the
creator.
challenge or the
There you
challenge.
go.
I'm
Well,
learning.
you were all of those things.
I'm learning. I'm
That
learning.
is,
All the
yes,
system.
you are.
The TD
You
system
are.
is great,
Wow.
and I try to use the TD system when I enter the rooms. Also,
Great.
the
Yeah.
hope as an assessment.
Okay.
When
Okay.
when he told me about God, I asked him. I
Mm-hmm.
try to make the assessment with hope.
Yeah. I can see how those come together. That's excellent. Very good. How
Yeah.
how how are you feeling about being at your placement? I do have a tentative date to visit, the 21st. Chelsea's gonna confirm it with me later today. How are you feeling about things at the site?
Hold on. 21st. It's a tentative
Sure.
date, right?
Tentative.
The 21st is gonna be, yeah, Monday. It's great. It's perfect. Yeah.
That's why, I picked it, and now I'm waiting for Chelsea to confirm. So it's tentative. How are you feeling about things at the site?
Everything is it's great. I feel comfortable with that. With the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to have an appointment with that day with some of the
Okay.
other patients that we can go
Okay.
in, or in case it's
Okay.
a trauma, because I have to respond to traumas. So
Okay. We'll
I don't
see
know
what
exactly.
happens.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm gonna
We'll
do
just
is
make room for God.
I'm gonna try to have a meeting. Okay, to establish a meeting for that day. I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but if something pump it up in that day, we're gonna
Okay.
I'll do it. Okay.
Absolutely.
But we're
Yes.
gonna have something in case there is
Yes.
nothing.
You got it. I'm not worried at all. I'm looking forward to being with you.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
forward
to
to
you know
being in your
I'm
presence.
I'm
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
about how it's gonna be. Yeah. Yesterday it happened very often to me. I got my consult list, okay, and I highlight the patients I need to see it. But for some reason, I went to the floor and I meet two patients in the same area
Mm-hmm.
because it's four rooms for each cubiculum in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there and I step up one of the room and I check my list and I see a patient who was not in my consult list.
Mm.
And I said, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna see this guy. What happened?
Okay.
And I just knocked the door and I get in. And I was the patient, and his wife was next to him. I introduced myself and I asked him, "How are you today? My name is Alfredo. I'm chaplain. Just come to visit you to see how are you today." And he answered me, "I'm okay. Hanging there." When he was doing that, I saw the wife uh, uh, with her head back down, say like this. And I got that. I got that message. So I grabbed a chair. Say, "Can I sit in there with you talking for a while?" Say, "Yeah, of course." I grab a chair, and I'm sitting there. And I use my some questions, where you come from. Try to make the connection first. Okay. So we're talking about the food, you know. Oh, hold on, let me answer this call.
Go ahead.
Spiritual Care Department, Chaplain Alfredo speaking. Hey, Chelsea. Uh-huh. Okay. Spanish, uh-huh. Okay. All right. I'll be there. Okay. Thank you, Chelsea. Okay. Okay. Bye. Chelsea, as a Spanish speaking requesting a chaplain. I'm gonna be
Ah,
I'm
okay.
gonna be there. Okay. And I get into the room, I grab a chair and I sit in front of the patient and I start questioning to make a connection with him. Somehow I feel the connection. We laugh a little bit. And then I ask the question, okay, how do you feel? How how are you emotionally? And he started opening. I feel so bad. And the conversation I had with them was 45 minutes.
Wow.
But in the end, when I ministered him, and then the wife told me, you come in the right time. Because everything you say to him, I try to explain him, but I don't have the words that you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, because you come to bless our lives. Really, really, God sent to you in this moment. And I see I have a lot of experience like that, what I can call divine appointments. When it's not in the heart of nobody, just it's the encounter. And I told them, I came to this room by mistake. I don't have you. Yeah, and very often happened to me, Reverend.
Wow.
And Another day, I confused the numbers. And I get into the room like, okay, this is the room. And I confuse the numbers, the wrong numbers. And it happened the same.
Wow.
And thank you for confirming that I give it to God space. Because that's what I wanted. This is my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Not be me. Just made the space for God to work the people. They work in their faith and their own belief system of them. Thank you for that.
I love that divine appointment.
Yeah.
The way you said that. That's beautiful.
Yes, I believe in that.
Does it remind you of any scripture?
Yeah, the women in the well.
Ah, Jesus had to go to
Yeah, Jesus was
Samaria.
waiting for.
Wow. She was waiting.
Was a divine appointment. Who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple of divine appointments
I
in the
love
scripture.
that.
Yeah, the women in the well, or the men in the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Yeah.
They did not expect it. They
No.
didn't. They didn't go to seek Jesus. Jesus was waiting for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, different like the man who grabbed his child to the disciples and they cannot do nothing. No, he grabbed them to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But the women in the well never went to see for Jesus.
Wow.
But God has a divine appointment with her.
Divine appointment.
Yeah. It's when you are suffering and for no reason somebody come to your life
Mm-hmm.
without knowing nothing about you and give it to you something from God.
Hmm.
And we have a lot of experience of that. Being
Yes.
sad. There is something when God broke our hearts. There is something in us
Yes.
that happened when God broke our hearts.
Yes. Yes.
And sometimes we as a ministers ask God, why I have to go through all these bad things? It's like the bad people going well and the good people going bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But God has to break his vessels
Wow.
to be useful for him.
Mm. Gotta break the vessel, get the oil out. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm so grateful to
I,
be on this journey with
oh,
you.
yeah. I have this image before we finish. The more Jesus break the bread,
Mhm.
the more people could be fed. Okay? The more
Yes.
Jesus, so the more Jesus breaking us, okay, the more
Yes.
people we can reach it.
Wow.
That's my point.
Wow. Yes. So the breaking of the heart, breaking of us to reach more people.
Yeah, because he made a miracle with the 5 breads.
Right. Right.
He break the breads.
Right.
The more pieces he took from one bread, the more people he can.
The more people are fed. I love that. Yes.
Yes.
You just preached. You snuck a sermon in there.
Yeah, I got a sermon in there.
Oh,
I
that's
got a
powerful.
sermon.
I know you got to go to that referral.
Yes.
Alfredo, thank you so much.
No, thank you too.
and I will see you tomorrow. You look
Yes.
like, take my yoke upon me. My burden is light. My yoke is easy. That's what you look like. It doesn't mean the work is easy, but
No.
that's how you look today.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. I accept your works.
I
I
appreciate
gra
you.